Welcome back to Elevation Perspective. My name is Mark. Today we're discussing the Juan Soto aftermath for the New York Yankees. Where do they go from here? I'm going to try to build them up a realistic offseason that'll make them a contending team again. Starting off here with the projected 2025 lineup for the Yankees, there is a lot of work to be done. You can see here Volpe, Chisholm, Judge, Wells, Stanton, Dominguez, LeMahieu, Cabrera, and Grisham. There are definitely certain players here that are locked in. Of course, Judge, Jazz, and Stanton are. I think Volpe and Wells probably are too at this point. Dominguez could be an everyday player. He also could be traded. That leaves 3 or 4 holes here in the lineup to improve on. Starting off my plan B here, we're going to put Aaron Judge back in right field, and we're not going to touch him. No more center field, no more moving him around. He played center field admirably to allow Juan Soto to play right field, but he's getting older now. I want to keep Aaron Judge in right field. My goal today is to be as realistic as possible. I've come up with 5 moves here that I think make a lot of sense for the Yankees and gets realistic on the baseball front as well. I think these are 5 moves that can take the Yankees from where they are right now to back into the thick of things in the AL East. Our first move today is Max Kepler going to the Yankees on a 1-year, $10 million deal to play left field. Kepler had a down 2024 season. He dealt with some injuries. He only played 105 games, slashing .253 with 8 home runs and 42 RBIs. Of course, Kepler's 24 was very lackluster, but all you have to do is go back 1 year prior to 23 when he hit .260 with 24 home runs and drove in 66 runs. He's a very solid player. He's a lefty. It helps balance out this Yankees lineup, of course, losing Juan Soto. He has a short porch to his disposal. He's just 31 years old, and he's a very solid outfielder. I think this is a move that the Yankees can bring in on a 1-year deal. It can pay off massive dividends for them. I think Kepler probably profiles best as a 7 or an 8 hitter for this Yankees team. I think he could probably hit .250 with 20-ish home runs and play a really solid left field. Next up here, we're going to address the first base position. Of course, Anthony Rizzo has been that guy in years past. It's currently projected to be DJ LeMahieu. I don't think the Yankees want that to happen. I'm looking at Carlos Santana. This is a veteran player. He's 38 years old. He's coming off back-to-back, almost identical seasons of 23 home runs. Really solid production. I feel like Santana has not been talked about just on the level of eeriness of these 2 seasons. In 23, he hit .240 with 23 home runs and a .747 OPS. In 24, he hit .238 with 23 home runs and a .748 OPS. That is insane that they were that close. He's really made great strides defensively as well, earning his first Gold Glove in 2024. Really strong veteran player. I feel like he's really well known and well liked in clubhouses as well. I think Santana makes a lot of sense there. You plug him in at first base, get a nice switch hitter, probably in the 5 or the 6 hole in your lineup to help balance things out. And it's a really great veteran presence to probably replace Anthony Rizzo on this team. It's always scary giving a 38-year-old a contract here, but I think in Carlos Santana's case, he's built up such a sustainable resume of stability, of consistency, that he is worth a 2-year deal, probably worth around $22 million. You put him in that 5 or the 6 hole in your lineup, good on base percentage, hits probably between 20 and 25 home runs, and he's a great glove over at first base. He won the Gold Glove last year. He's really worked on that over the years, shoring up the Yankees' defense and helping out their offense as well. All right, Kepler and Santana were more of the savvy, under-the-radar moves. Now it's time to go after the big fish, starting with Alex Bregman. Alex Bregman had an okay contract year, hitting .260 with 26 home runs and driving in 75 RBIs. For his career, he's a .270 hitter with a .366 on base and a .483 slugging. Good for an .848 OPS and a .132 OPS plus. I look at Alex Bregman's career .366 on base percentage, and I think that could be a viable replacement for Juan Soto in that 2-hole. It's not a 400 OBP, but .366 is still really strong. Alex Bregman also did earn his first Gold Glove in 2024. Just like that, you're bringing in Bregman at third, Santana at first. 2 reigning Gold Glove winners. What was the Yankees' biggest issue last year? It was their defense. I think this improves the team a lot. I think in reality with Alex Bregman, you don't want to pay this player $30 million a year because he's not going to hit 40 home runs. He's not going to do anything crazy on the baseball field. He just does everything well. He's probably going to hit around .260, hit around 25 home runs, walk a lot, play a good third base. He just helps out in so many different ways, and I feel like he's a perfect fit here for the Yankees at third base. I'm going to say that Bregman will cost the Yankees 6 years, $180 million, coming out to $30 a year. We have brought in 3 position players, but the pitching needs some help as well. It's been heavily rumored the Yankees are talking to both Corbin Burnes and Max Fried, and I think Max Fried is their guy. In 2024, Max Fried started 29 games, hit a 3.25 ERA over 174 innings. For Max Fried's 8-year career, over 151 games started, He's a 3.07 ERA. When Max Fried is on the mound, he pitches like a true #1 or #2 starting pitcher. The only problem here is his injury history. He's had some elbow, some forearm issues that definitely concern teams to commit a long-term deal to him, but he pitched 174 innings last year to a really solid ERA, pitched really well. I feel like he's going to cash out here. I think the Yankees could really use this strong two-starter behind Garrett Cole. I know they have Rodon, they have some other options there, but I feel like Fried is really consistent when he's out there. You have Cole, you have Fried, you feel pretty good about a short playoff series. I think the Yankees and Fried make a lot of sense. Max Fried will be 31 years old on opening day, so I think with his injury history and his age, he's probably looking at a 5-year deal here. I'm going to say 5 years, $140 million for Fried, coming out to $28 a year with incentives. I think he'll have a whole bunch of incentives in there if he's top 3 in Cy Young. If he gets X amount of innings pitched, that'll definitely make that 140 go up to maybe like 180 or so. But 5 years, $140 million, Max Fried to the Yankees there. You have your two-starter behind Cole. It's a very good fit. Our final move today for the New York Yankees is bringing in some bullpen help here. The Yankees, of course, lost Clay Holmes also to the Mets there. Clay Holmes was their closer for parts of last year. Tommy Kahnle and Tim Hill are also free agents at this current moment. You look at that back end of the bullpen, you only really see Luke Weaver. They need some help here. How about we give the Yankees Tanner Scott on a 4-year, $64 million deal? A true lefty weapon back there at the end of games. Pair him up with Luke Weaver. 2 true elite relief arms at the back end. You can either have Weaver be the closer or Scott be the closer. They can share time. You can make Scott the true closer and put Weaver back in a multi-inning role. So many possibilities there for Aaron Boone. 2 true weapons to have at the end of games. The bullpen has been a great strength for the Yankees over the last handful of years. I don't think they should shy away from that. I think they should keep building up this bullpen. It helps the starting pitcher so much to shorten that game. Tanner Scott to the Yankees makes a lot of sense for me. This is our new Yankees lineup here. Chisholm, Bregman, Judge, Stanton, Santana, Kepler, Volpe, Wells, and Dominguez, with a rotation of Cole, Fried, Rodon, Heel, and Schmidt, and that back end of Tanner Scott and Luke Weaver. I think these 5 moves do not make the Yankees a powerhouse by any means, but definitely make them a very competitive team for 2025 and help soften the blow of losing Juan Soto. But this was just my plan B. I'm very excited to see what the real New York Yankees do, what Brian Cashman does here after losing out on Juan Soto. I think they're going to be very busy, very active, especially here at the winter meetings. Hopefully everyone enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.